morning, Joolse here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So what I've got here is as promised, it's the 4 sheets from the digital kit from the Lavender and Lace, and I'm going to make like a folder to sit in the journal. So in the first page it will either sit that way and open up that way from the hinge, or I think more than likely I'll have it from the edge and it will sit like that. So I took four sheets from the background papers. The actual kit is in the digital kit video. So I've already cut them. So I took the lace sheet, and this is ideal for printing on the backs of your papers. I've already edged them. I edged them with the Seedless Preserves Distress Oxide because it's a nice lavender, and the other page is the lace with the lavender around the edge. I'm also doing an envelope pocket using an envelope that I saw on Joy Defee. She did it. She used scraps. What she did was she opened the envelope. I've cut mine to fit on, and she used sort of like all the scraps to fill it in. I haven't done that. I've used the other sheet, the lavendery blue. Sorry. And so we'll do that in a minute. So that page I've got left for doing pockets and things like that. So first of all, we're going to, I think I'll have one of these on the front. I don't know whether to have that one or that one. I think we'll have that one. And I've all inked around the cream card. You can use any colour card. I like to use craft card, but I thought I'll use cream card. So some of this will be speeded up because obviously you're not wanting me to watch me cutting out and gluing and things like that. So that is now determined. That is going to go on the end of the journal. So when you open your journal, you'll have that and you'll be able to flip it out that way. So we'll put that to one side and we'll do this. So I've already opened that, but what I am going to do is I'm going to put this one on the back first. And I'll just glue this one and bend it over. Oh sugar, no, I don't want it bent over that way. The reason I opened it is to get this one done. I want this to wrap around the edges so it glues the... So when you're doing this, when you're making your flap, make sure it doesn't go past your window. Now close it and cut that, because obviously you don't want that. I will open it and glue it. And then we'll just turn it over. And that's kind of glued your sides together. You can put them over. My husband's out with the dog. I thought I could hear them coming in, because when the dog comes in, she comes straight up here to see me. And if you ignore her, she jumps up and she just wants a fuss. Right, I know that's got a bit, but I will put a little bit on that flap. I think what I might end up doing is take that one off. It's not gluing properly. And I'm going to take that one off as well. Right, this one I did cut out round the window just to, and I am going to ink this one. I don't know whether I've got any ink left. I have. Dries up quite quick. Now I've only inked around the window bit, because the rest will get inked. When I ink the envelope, because as you can see, sorry about my bracelet, and that can come off a bit. That's too high. I'm going to try and tuck it in. If I can't, I'll cut it off. Just a tiny tuck. And then just go over it like that. See there, that bit's gone over, so you can just trim these bits off, that's fine. If you want, while it's still open, you can put a background in your envelope to cover that bit up. I could have actually used that. That's the bit that I cut out. I haven't, so not to worry. Now we want a piece to go on this, so what I was thinking was this, or I could just finish off. That's probably better. Or even better still. And if you don't like the line, you can always put a bit of lace or a fancy bit. The join line I'm talking about. So there we've got that. And there we have it. So that you can put like a nice journal card in there. You can see I've missed a bit, but because it's quite light, the inside, you can't really tell. And then I think what we'll do is we'll look for a nice button or something to go on it, or I might do a cardboard circle. So I'll just be 2 seconds. So what I've done is I decided to cut some flowers out and use some flowers, and we'll close it like a policy. Both. Be careful when you do this, because you could end up sticking it in yourself. Now what I'm going to have to be careful is, because that is on there. Now I didn't think that one through, did I? So it's going to have to be on the side. So I'm just, and if I'd really thought about it, I would have done this before I put the paper on. But you can always put something, a patch or something over it. Just make sure this. Over the back of that so it doesn't catch anything. I've just knocked some varnish off the top of there. So we'll take that off a bit. There we are. And there we are. And so this goes here. So then it's deciding where you want this on. I don't want to cover that paper up. I don't want to cover any of the papers up really, but I think what I'll do is I'll put that on there and I'll do it as a side pocket. So it's just the 3 sides. Sorry, I'm going to put this on here. I should have put it on there and use it as a side pocket. No, I'm going to do it on this one because I can always give another channel there and give that a bit of space. So it's that way. You know, when you're preparing for these videos, you've got everything sorted in your head. You've got everything that you need. And then there's always something that you forget. Like your pads. Or what you're going to fasten the pocket with. And then when that's dry, you've got a side tuck there. And I've got some papers, bits of papers left. Do I want a side tuck? See, I can't put too much in it because really I should have had sort of like two creases there to give me a little bit of space. So I think what I'll do is I'll give myself a little side tuck so that can't you can't put too much in it, but you can put photographs on these, anything you want. If you want, you could make sort of like a little crease, extra crease there, and give yourself some more dimension. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crease that back. And because this is lace, you could always use one of the, you know, one of the lacy punches and give yourself a lacy edge. And there's lots of things you can do. There, we've got a nice side tuck for putting a tag in or whatever. Trying to let you know what size that is. So in centimeters, it's just over 12.5 by just over 17.5. So that's like 5 inches. No, it's not, because I'm going from the top. It's 7 inches by 5 inches. So 7 by 5. Right, let me cut this. And I'll get this. So I just want to make sure that the pocket is covered. That's it. And there we are. And you can put a charm on your piece of string or whatever. But thank you very much for joining me. I hope you all get something out of it. Here's my little dog coming. Hello. She's just coming to see if I'm all right and I'm still here. Hope you get something out of it, and see you in the next video. There she is barking. Bye.